Hi everybody, I'm going to show you how to make a greeting card today using Publisher 2010. We're going to be making cards for our men and women who are veterans who are not able to be home with their families during the holiday seasons. So feel free to make a holiday card. It doesn't just have to be Christmas. You can also just make a thank you card thanking them for their service. Let's get started. First thing you're going to want to do is hit the start button, and you can go into all programs, find the Microsoft Office folder, and choose Publisher, or you can just start typing in Publisher and you'll see it pop up right here, Microsoft Publisher 2010. So we'll click to open it. Some of you have used this before, so some of you have not, and when you are first in here, these are all your template options. A template basically is a general structure of how to make something, and you can change everything about it. So what we're going to do is click on greeting cards right here, and it'll give us some general categories. So we have birthday cards, of course that's going to be a common use for this, all holidays. We have occasions and events, thank you cards, so you can certainly click on all thank you cards and get a template from here. And then you just have some general blank cards that you can completely create on your own. Once you select a template, so I'm going to do a thank you card under greeting cards. And you'll see a preview here to the right. You can also make a few adjustments to these cards before you would hit create. So let me choose a template. Again, it doesn't matter which one because I can change it completely. So although this one has a picture of a house and some flowers, I'll be able to adjust that. But what you can do is customize some things before you go. So you can go through here. These can be changed later as well. And you can choose some kind of general color schemes. You can choose font schemes as well. And you can go into changing your business information, but don't worry about that. It's going to say for our district, it's going to have our district name, which is CUSD 300. Anywhere you see that, change that or delete it because you don't really need to have it in there. And you can change your page sizes, your layout, but again, we don't really need to do too much there. You could just simply choose a template and hit create, which is the big button to the right here. Alright, once it loads in, you'll know you're in a greeting card because you're going to see 3 thumbnails to the left here under page navigation. What we're on right now is the front of our card. Then if you click on 2 and 3, you can see there's numbers, those are page numbers. So page 2 and 3 would be the inside when you open up the card. And the last here is the back of our cards. And you can see that this image actually wraps around the card. So if I wanted to, I could click and replace this image. If I go under Insert, Clip Art, since we are making these for our veterans, again, it could be a holiday theme as well, so maybe Christmas or Hanukkah. You are going to search for something, perhaps veterans theme. Think of something that is uplifting and positive, like an American flag or an eagle. So we do have some memorial pictures here. I don't think that would really be suitable for a very nice card for somebody who's not able to be with their family. We want things to get them excited and happy. So perhaps I can do a search for United States. And we see some fantastic pictures of flags in here. If you're not seeing a lot of things come up, what you can do, first of all, I'll have all 4 things coming up right now, so I can be a little more selective, turn off videos and audio. But if you don't have illustrations up or photographs, both of these would be good to give you a lot of options. Also make sure that you have includeoffice.com content checkmarked, and then you can hit go again to see what else comes up. So I'm going to click this American flag, and you can see if I've selected the picture first, then I click the picture over here, it'll actually replace it perfectly. Let's say I wanted to put an extra image in here. So maybe I'm going to put this little clip art of a flag. If I click that without having anything selected, you'll see it puts it on top. Of course, I can resize this and move it around. Always resize from the corner. If I resize from the sides, the middle of the sides or the top or bottom, I can end up skewing my picture. Control Z or undo to bring it back to the way it was. You can get rid of background colors as well. If you go into the Picture Tools format, recolor, set transparent color. Of course, this one doesn't work out perfectly, but it can help a little bit. And I can perhaps put this up in the corner. You can change your message here or simply change your text. So if I want it to be a little bit bolder, maybe a different font of my choosing, I can do that. Now I'm going to go on the inside. Again, we can adjust our text in here. Please be thoughtful with your comments. Let's write some nice letters so that the people who are reading your cards are going to be very joyous, happy, touched to see your message. So I would use correct spelling, grammar, maybe even go online to get some ideas of what kind of messages you might want to include. So, of course, this template says your get-together was great. That's not what we want for this occasion. We may say, thank you for your service to our country, and I would like to write some more in there. You may sign your name in here, but I would recommend just your first name. So we're going to pretend my name is Jenny, and it may be nice to have a little sign off here, so sincerely. And if I spell wrong, just like in Microsoft Word or PowerPoint or any other Microsoft program, you can fix that. So I recommend that while you're in your text boxes, you may want to go into Review and click ABC for spelling. This will catch most problems, but you should read it as well just to make sure. You can include pictures in here as well. So here's a nice big picture, but you'll notice there are blue lines around here. That's indicating where you should place your images in your text so that when you print it, it comes out the very best that it can. I would maybe write more than one sentence, but for demonstration purposes, I'm going to make this relatively brief. And then here's my last page. Again, I can replace this. If I replace it with the same image, it'll actually go very nicely with the front where it'll wrap around. And you can see it's a little sideways here. You can adjust the text in here or simply delete it. So it does say made specially for you by, you can say, an AMS student, or you can put your name again. We can add an extra picture in here if we wanted to. So I'm going to go ahead and add this U.S. Map and flag. And when I'm going to print this card, so if we go to File and Print, you'll see a preview. And right now I'm seeing it in black and white, and that's because I don't have the right printer up. So choose Lab 215 CLR PRN, and you'll see it in color. And what you're going to do is fold it once in print. So this may look funny because you might see some upside down pages right now, but that's perfectly fine. This is what you want. You want to see all 4 of the pages, the front, the 2 inside, and the back, in your preview here. And once you see that and everything looks good, print 1 copy up here to the Lab 215 CLR PRN, and then you're going to fold it twice to make it into a greeting card. And when you're done with your greeting card, please bring them up to me.